Well, it is not just Michigan that is affected. Long Island is flooded as well, with more than 13 inches of rain pounding down in just 2 hours, and that left highways looking like rivers and drivers also stranded for hours and hours. Ebru's Derricke has more from the suburbs of New York City. Derricke.
Yeah, Logan, I'm right at the entrance to the Midtown Tunnel, which connects Long Island to Manhattan, New York, on the Long Island Expressway. That highway completely flooded over, along with numerous others in the Long Island area after the storm dumped rain of historic proportions.
All right, folks, take a look at this. We're getting a very heavy downpour.
The rain on Long Island, New York came fast and hard, catching drivers on their morning commute off guard. Pedestrians, too, like the man behind this camera.
Look at this.
It was a mess of historic proportions. Authorities reporting more than 13 inches of rain fell within several hours. Worse than Hurricane Sandy, but still dangerous for anyone who had to drive to work, or in the case of taxi drivers, drive and work.
I don't like rain.
The storm turned major roadways into rivers like this one, the Southern State Parkway in Islip, New York, covered by floodwaters, leaving only a tractor trailer tall enough to get through, while dozens of passenger cars were stranded. At times the rain was so heavy you could hear it hitting the ground and hitting cars. The downpours coming down in buckets. But Lori Ackerman heard something else.
The lightning was still going on, even though the thunder, and the flooding was pretty much up to my beginning of my tires.
The worst of it, the damage toll on individual cars. Hundreds of them flooded out or completely submerged underwater. Drivers forced to abandon their stuck cars in the middle of several roadways. Officials say the amount of flooding was unprecedented, and many of those vehicles are still stuck hours after the storm. State officials on Long Island declared a state of emergency for the area over this storm. That opens the door for victims of the storm to get disaster assistance, for roads to be repaired, for flooded out basements to get fixed, and for drivers who lost their cars in the storm to apply for aid for that. We heard it over and over again from people who were caught in the storm. They're saying the floodwaters were worse than Superstorm Sandy. Reporting live outside Long Island, New York, in New York City, I'm Derricke for Ebru News. Logan, back to you.
Quite a mess. Derricke, thank you very much.